Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to break down a schematic with a microchip in it. So for example, this is the monostable 555 timer circuit. So one of the most common mistakes I've seen is that say we start with pin number 1 on the timer chip. And what happens is people will see, okay, this pin number 1 gets connected here, this is ground, and then they'll continue on this, okay, I see it's connected here, and this is a capacitor, and it gets connected to pin 5. That's the wrong way to approach this. The right way to approach this is whenever you're tracing a circuit, as soon as you get to ground, so in this case pin 1 is connected to ground, then the circuit ends. That's it. So in this case pin number 1 has only one connection, it's with a wire, and it's connected to ground. All right, that raises another point about breaking down circuits, schematics with chips in them. You don't want to start where we typically have started. Normally we'll start with source and kind of follow it around and complete the circuit there. However, the best place to start with a schematic with a microchip in it is to go pin by pin and branch out from each of the pins. All right, so let's do that. So we already took care of pin number 1. Let's do some other easy ones first. 4 and 8 are pretty simple as well. So if I look at pin number 4, I notice this is just a wire, and this long row right here I notice is connected to source. So this, when we're using microchips, we usually refer to this as VCC, and so that is our source. So pin 4 just has one connection to source, and again, we're done. As soon as we say source or ground, as soon as we see a connection there, that's it. So we can move on. Pin number 8, same thing. Pin number 8 goes up here, and it also gets connected with a wire to source, VCC. And again, as soon as I say that it's connected to VCC, that's it. I don't need to follow it around. I don't want to do this and say, oh, well, it looks like it goes over to pin 4. Nope, no good. Don't do that. All right, when you say VCC, that's the end of it. All right, so let's do pin number 3, going right around. Pin number 3, if I follow it, goes to R3, and then R3, if I keep going, this is a series circuit, only one path to follow. I get to L1, that's my LED. And then if I keep following that, I notice that it comes to this point, and again, this whole row is ground. So I've reached ground. That means that's the end of my circuit. All right, so that takes care of pin 3. Pin 5 is similar, but it only has one component. I'm going to go, I'll follow pin 5 to this capacitor, and then the capacitor goes to ground. All right, and that's the end of that circuit. All right, let's jump around here we'll go to pin 7 next. Again, it doesn't matter which order you do the pins in, just as long as you make sure you hit all the connections on each one. So I'm going to do pin 7 next. So pin 7, I notice right away, as soon as I branch out, I've got a parallel circuit. I could go either down or up here. In this case, let's go up first. So pin number 7 is connected to a resistor, R1, which is connected to VCC up here. All right, this is my 10K resistor, right? So R1 is 10K ohms. All right, and then I can't forget that I chose to go up, but I still also have to go down here as well. So if I follow this, I follow it to the next connection, and there's a connection right here. All right, so I could either go down or to the right. Well, let's go to the right first. And I notice that this connects to pin 6. All right, so that takes care of pin 7 and 6 here. So this, if you notice, at no point on this path is there a component. That's just a wire. So I'm going to wire pin 7 to pin 6. All right, and then the last thing, I didn't go down from pin 6 before. So pin 6 goes out, goes down, and it hits a capacitor. And that capacitor goes to ground again. And that is done. All right, so I don't want to go anywhere else from that. The last pin I have is pin number 2. Pin number 2, I'm going to go through here, and notice again, this hump means that there's no connection there. So I'm going to go over, haven't connected anything yet, and now I get to this connection. Okay, and I could go either this way or I could go this way. Let's take care of the switch first. So I'll go to the left here, and I've got a switch connected to ground. And that's the end of that. And then I also need to go up here. So this is still, again, this is pin number 2. So pin number 2 comes over, around, up again. And this time we're going to go up and connect to R2, where R2 is a 10K ohm resistor again. And this one gets connected to VCC. All right, and that's how you do it.